We are almost at the end of the year 2022, and as far as 2022 goes, it was a pretty great year for Hashep Oasis. So great, in fact, that we're able to make this video featuring the top 8 Hashep Oases of 2022. We're going to go through all of these cards, 8 through number 1 up here, and as we go through them, we're going to need some criteria to rate them on. So the criteria we're going to use to rate these Hasheps is, how good is it? This should be pretty interesting, so let's get started with number 8 right here. This is the number 8 place Hashep Oasis. Being in 8th place, I do feel a connection to this one. It's pretty good. You know, you can see this one is a desert. You can pay 3 mana and sacrifice a desert to give a creature +3/+3 until end of turn. So pretty useful card. Honestly, I could see this one being rated a bit higher, but 8th place, it's a pretty good place, I gotta say. So we're going to leave this one in 8th place right here and move on to number 7. In number 7, we have a Hashep Oasis. This one is also pretty decent. You can see you can tap this to add a colorless to your mana pool, or you can pay 1 life and tap it to add a green to your mana pool. Pretty flexible. You can see there's a little dude there in the desert, probably looking for some water at the Oasis here. Definitely a useful place to have out in the desert. I can see why this one would be in 7th place. You know, 8th place is pretty great. 7th place, just a little bit better, depending on who you ask, but we have our 7th place Hashep Oasis right here. In number 6, we have Hashep Oasis. Yeah, I can see why this one would be 6. This is quite nice. So you can see this one as well. You can pay 1, a green and a green. Tap and sacrifice a desert to give a creature +3/+3 till end of turn. It's basically like a giant growth on a stick. However, you can only activate it as a sorcery, so you know, giant growth isn't instant, but this still is pretty good. So 6th place, pretty good. This one, it also has a little dude right here. You can see still looking for some water in the desert. I'm not really sure where else you would find water in the desert other than an oasis, so definitely coming to the right place right here. This one, yeah, definitely a 6th place Hashep right here. In 5th place right here, we have Hashep Oasis. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, this one is pretty good. You know, 6th right here is pretty good, but this one is pretty good. So let's take a look at it again. Nice and shiny there. Once again, it does tap for a colorless, or you can pay 1 and add a green to your mana pool. I can definitely see why this one would be in 5th place. I mean, take a look at 8 and then take a look at 5. They're both pretty good, but, you know, definitely, yeah, I think this one is in the right spot at number 5 right here. So we're going to move on to the top tier, number 4 through 1. 4th place right here, we have Hashep Oasis. You know, if you think 8th place is good, 4th place is good. This one was actually made in the year 2017, but as far as the year 2022 goes, this one came in 4th place. And if you take a look at this one, it's actually number 177 out of 199. An interesting little tidbit right there. This one as well, you can sacrifice a desert to give a creature +3/+3 till end of turn. However, you have to activate it only as a sorcery. Definitely something to keep in mind. But yeah, I can see why this one would be in 4th place. We're getting really into the top tier of Hasheps right now, and I'm quite pleased with this one. Are you ready for this? This is getting pretty exciting. We're getting to the top 3 Hasheps of 2022, and trust me, there have been many Hasheps in 2022. Well, let's take a look. In 3rd place, we have Hashep Oasis. Wow, yeah, this one is pretty good. So you can see it's out of Hour of Devastation right here. However, this one was reprinted in Mystery Boosters, but you'll notice that it does still tap to add a colorless to your mana pool. It's a land, and it is a desert. Once again, it has this dude here looking for some water. Definitely in the right place. This one also actually has a copyright date of 2017, but once again, we are talking about the year 2022 here. So in 2017, I'm not quite sure what place this would have gotten, but in this year, 2022, this is the 3rd place Hashep Oasis, and I would say it's probably in the right place, way up here. Moving up to 2nd place, this is only 1 spot away from the top Hashep Oasis of 2022. In 2nd place, we have Hashep Oasis. This one, wow, yeah, look at that. This is a land, and it's also a desert. It's a land desert. This one, you can pay 1, a green and a green, Tap and sacrifice a desert to give a creature +3/+3 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. A pretty good ability to have on a land. It's also pretty flexible, you can tap to add a colorless to your mana pool, or you can pay a life and tap to add a green to your mana pool, so you can get green or colorless mana out of this one land right here. We've looked at 7 Hashep Oases so far today, and this is definitely one of them. I mean, in 3rd place we have Hashep Oasis, in 4th place we have Hashep Oasis, but in 2nd place we're definitely going to have to put Hashep Oasis. Alright, we've made it all the way to number 1. Numbers 8 through 2 have definitely been Hashep Oasis, but the number 1 spot for the year 2022 is going to be Hashep Oasis. Wow, look at this one. This is quite incredible. This card looks pretty good. Honestly, yeah, like, look at this. Number 2 was Hashep Oasis, and 3 was Hashep Oasis. But number 1, this definitely has to go to Hashep Oasis. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this card. I mean, it's a land and a desert. It's from Hour of Devastation right there. You can tap to add a colorless to your mana pool, or you can pay a life to add a green to your mana pool, or you can pay 1 a green and a green, sacrifice a desert to give a creature +3/+3 until end of turn, only as a sorcery. If you're looking to play a Hashep Oasis, definitely this will be your number 1 pick. Out of all the Hashep Oases in the year 2022, this one gets the number 1 spot. So there you have it. These are your top 8 Hashep Oases of 2022. The year 2022 was a great year for Hashep Oasis, and I can't wait to see what comes in 2023. So for all of you that are still watching, thanks for watching, and I wish you the best in the new year. Use code 8thPlaceDave to save 5% on your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store, where qualified orders receive free shipping Canada-wide. Support the channel and visit facetofacegames.com today.